What's good, y'all? It's your boy Demillion, the Don, aka Dem Don Dada, back in the cut with Attack on Titan Season 4, Part 2, Episode 4, I think. Yeah, Episode 4 or Episode 79, Memories of the Future, I believe it's called. Yeah, this episode was crazy, man. This episode was wild. I said if I'm not reviewing or reacting to Attack on Titan on the channel, but I said if an episode like this came across that was crazy like this, I had to at least review it. So here we are. All right, so wild. We start off with the touching of the heads, right? We saw the last episode, Zeke and Eren, they touch heads. This episode starts off with both of them seeing Grisha's memories. And, we're seeing, Grisha, young Grisha with Eren and the family and all that good stuff. Zeke's trying to show Eren, like, hey, this is our father who's so trash, man. He tried to, this is how evil he was. Let me show you how evil he was. He even tried to trick you and manipulate you. Eren's looking at the window. He's like, oh man, yeah, you're right, Zeke. Like, yeah, I was wrong. Like, I shouldn't have been born. Like, man, you're right. Eren was being sarcastic as like this man Zeke was like, hey, we have time. We have time, Eren. There's no rush. Don't worry about it. That was funny as heck, bro. We saw that, and then we see how over time, we're seeing Grisha's past and all that stuff, right? And then we see Grisha on the desk, right? He's just chilling, thinking about Zeke. Like, damn, Zeke. I'm sorry, Zeke. Zeke and Eren are there, right? And then we're just thinking that, okay, Grisha's is having like this little, this dream about Zeke, right? Until we see Zeke, we see Grisha. He like sits up and he's like, Zeke, is that you? And Zeke's like, wait, what? I was like, what? And then he's like, nah, Zeke ain't no. Zeke doesn't have a beard. Like Zeke isn't a man. And I was like, whoa, like hold on. So right there, we already knew that, okay, Grisha, he's able to see Zeke and Eren, I guess, in their, in their spiritual forms, whatever form they're in right now, he's able to see them right there. So that was crazy. I think that was the point in time where the episode just took a turn for like the crazy stuff. Because once we learned that, it was like, okay, what the heck is going on here? But then Eren, we should have noticed too how Eren was reacting. Because Eren was like, all right, next memory, let's go, Zeke. So he wasn't even surprised about that. It's crazy how they show like hints of Eren already knowing the future by that one scene. Because he's like, all right, Zeke, let's go. So he already knew what Grisha was seeing because he has a Attack Titan as well, which we get on later. We see how Grisha already discovered the basement too. We saw how he found the basement at early too. He found it. We thought Grisha found the basement like later, like as soon as the Titans broke in, I think, or something around that time. Sometime around that incident. He saw that like when he was young, like early on, but he couldn't bring himself to enact that plan yet because Eren was still young, and I guess he didn't want to have that the Titan curse of 13 years be on Eren so early, so he couldn't do it yet. But he found that place early, so that was crazy. Time kind of passed after that moment, and then we see how Grisha, he's kind of older now. This is a moment now where he's like actually about to, I think, enact the plan, and then Eren's like, that's the moment where Eren's like, oh yeah, I want to be a scout or whatever, and Grisha's surprised, like, wait, what? I think he was surprised there because I thought at first he was surprised because Eren was just like, had shared the same ideals as him, and he was like, okay, like, dang, he actually wants to be free and, do all this thing with the scouts. But if you really think about it, Eren or Grisha is surprised because of that, and maybe also because of how he can already see Eren in the future, right? During this time, we saw him see Zeke, so as time passed, of course, he's able to see and hear Eren as well. So he was probably surprised how, dang, so it was this moment right here where Eren was already like the Eren that he's seeing in his visions, right? So it was like a double shock to him because he's like, dang, this is the Eren in the future, and I'm seeing him as a kid right here already saying like he wants to be a scout. So I think that was the moment where he was like, oh dang, like he's been like this. Like I think that was when Grisha realized like, dang, Eren's really like been this way. So that was a crazy moment. We see him when he's at the door, right? At this in the freaking door passage, he's looking straight at it. The look he gets, Eren, is crazy, bro. I feel like the facial expressions in Attack on Titan are just like undefeated, low key, because you can see Grisha's eyes. He's like, dang, like he's seeing Eren like right there, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna show you the basement when I come back. But he's looking at Eren, talking to him like the Eren in the future. So that was crazy, bro. But we saw that. And then the crazy scene happens with Grisha, the royal family, the race family, and we see how Grisha was about to kill these kids, kill the founding titan and all that stuff. But then he drops the knife, right? And he's like, oh, I can't do it. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, all right, what's about to happen here? Because from what we know, Grisha's the one who really, he was the one who was in charge of this. Like, he was the one who killed the founding titan and all that stuff, and he was the one who had the plan, right? But when we see him drop the knife, I'm like, all right, so did he pick it up again and just decide to do it? Because the way he was acting when he dropped the knife, he was like, he wasn't gonna do it at all. And then we just see Eren like walk towards walk towards Grisha. And I feel like that walk is kind of similar to how Reiner and maybe when Reiner and Bertolt were like, or Reiner was saying like, yeah, I'm the armor titan, he's a colossal titan. It was so calm, like so chill. It was like kind of that scene, like Eren just walking up to him regularly. He's like, hey, you didn't forget about what they did. He's like, hey, you didn't forget about what they did to your sister, right? Like, like what you came here to do, right? So Eren's over here like prepping him up, like, hey, hyping him up crazy, like, yo, Grisha, get it done, dad. Like, what you doing? Like, get to it. And that was a catalyst to Grisha actually eating the founding titan and of killing the family. And then that moment right there, that's when we realized, okay, Eren was the one who caused it. And then we learned about how the attack titan, the wielder of the attack titan, can see the future. So that's brand new, crazy stuff. So kind of how like the founding titan has its own ability to where, I guess it has the coordinate ability and whatnot, right? The attack titan has the ability to see the future. So then that's when we realized that, okay, the attack and founding titan are actually supposed to be enemies, or rivals in a sense, like polar opposites, because the attack titan is always going to rebel against what the founding titan wants to do. So since they see what's going on, they're going to obviously want to change what's going to happen in the future, because they can see the events that's going to take place. So it's kind of crazy because we know how the founding titan, when it comes to the royal family, they have that vow of renouncing war, where it's like, okay, we can't do anything really. But in a way, the attack titan kind of has a similar restraint on the wielder as well, because them being able to see the future, they're already kind of like bound by it's weird because they're not really bound, but it's like when you can see the future and you know what's gonna happen, you kind of are bound to like change it. You're kind of bound to that action of rebellion, because you know what's gonna happen. So whatever bad thing that you see, you're gonna obviously want to stop it, right? So in a way, the attack titan wielder is also bound by fate as the founding titan is. So it's an interesting kind of paradigm there, because they both in a way change. Even though Eren, I would like to think that Eren, he knows like what he's doing for real, and he's not like just rebelling because of the attack titan, because I hope he's actually doing this because that's who he is. And I think that's what the episode is kind of trying to show us, because Eren from before he had the power, right? I guess I can't really say before he had the power, because like he's gonna get it eventually. So he was always supposed to be the attack titan. So I don't know if Eren being the attack titan and him having that destiny of always wielding it made him be the person he is, or if that's separate between him being the attack titan and him being, somebody who doesn't want his freedom taken away, right? So it's very interesting, bro. Like, this episode was wild, man. Like, a lot of thinking. This one's episodes like where you just think about it the whole week. Like, this one, like, I was just thinking about this one, like, what the heck happened right there? Because when we found out that it was Eren who did it, bro, yo, crazy. We saw after that, after the deed was done, Grisha, took the founding titan. We saw how he went mad, basically. He was like, Eren, is this what you wanted, Eren? Like, he was talking to Eren, right? Because Eren was one who was like, Eren was the one who was telling him what to do this whole time, apparently. So he was like, all right, Eren, I did it. So I guess Grisha, he can't really see the future like Eren does. I'm guessing whoever gets the power like passed down to later can see more of the future. So since he got the power from Grisha, he's able to see more of the future of what Grisha saw, I guess, right? I'm assuming that's kind of like how the lineage would go. Like, the next wielder can see more than what Eren sees and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think so. But yeah, he was saying, Eren, is this what you wanted? And you know, just going crazy. And he was like, he saw Zeke there. He was like, Zeke, you know, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry, Zeke, for what I did, all that good stuff, right? So we see that little moment with Grisha and Zeke, right? They're like, you know, Zeke cries and whatnot. He's over here like damn, I can't believe like this is the truth. Because this whole time, mind you, Zeke was thinking that he was gonna show Eren like the reason why he he thought he was gonna show Eren why he's doing what he's doing. Zeke has no idea that Eren is the one who who made him do that. So it's like you're trying to show Eren something that doesn't affect him, because he's like, bro, this was me, bro. I'm really that dude. Like I'm really the one who has this whole plan in action. It makes sense because when Zeke was trying to like, you know, initially show Eren the memories, Eren was like, yo, it's pointless, bro. Like, what are you doing? It's pointless. And it makes sense now because like, yo, we see why it was pointless, because Eren was the one who initiated the whole thing. So it's crazy how Zeke, he had no idea, because obviously he doesn't have he couldn't see the future because he didn't have the Attack Titan power. But seeing him like react to everything during the flashback was hilarious, because he was so shocked, and Eren was just like, yeah, I know. I know everything. And then yeah, after that we saw Grisha. We saw how he was just basically telling Zeke like, you need to stop Eren. So I see where the show's trying to go with it. They're trying to kind of make Eren seem like the show is kind of trying to make Eren seem like the villain now. You know, he's a bad guy that we need to take down. Zeke has to stop and all that good stuff. But honestly, bro, after watching that, I'm still on Team Eren. I'm still on Eren's side, bro. Whatever Eren's trying to do, really, I'm for that. Like if Eren's trying to like go to the Marley side and go to everybody on the other side and just off them, so be it. Because at the end of the day, if they don't want to have like the peace with the Eldians, I'm for it. I'm for Eren, bro. Because it's like you can't tell them to just go with the euthanization plan and then just end their whole race because of how the other countries feel about them. Like, yeah, I guess you could say, oh man, if you kill a race, no more Titans, like people would be in more peace. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna end world wars. It's not gonna freaking end world hunger. Like Titans is going away is just gonna leave the other humans to kill themselves normally. So like, come on, man. I'm not about to end my whole race just because y'all want to have a preference of how y'all die. Like, chill, bro. On top of that though, it's like the Eldians are just now kind of understanding like their powers more, and we really don't even know the full extent of like these powers, because we didn't even know the Attack Titan could see the future. So it's kind of, I think, too early to say, okay, we have to kill our whole race, because we don't really know everything about this Titan power thing. Grisha's flashback, we saw how the world saw the Titans as being evil, and they were like going around pillaging and raping and doing all this stuff, right? But then we saw how Grisha's people and his like restorationists, they were saying how the Titans were building bridges and doing all this good stuff. So it's kind of like it's kind of murky. The way they're telling the story is, we don't really know the full picture of it yet. So I can't really be like, yo, like we gotta kill these Titans, we gotta kill the whole race, because we don't really know like the full backstory of it. We don't know if the Titans were pure evil. And even if they were, I feel like now with the information that these Eldians have currently and the scouts have, with this group we have now, I feel like there's still a way to build a new society with the Eldians that's gonna be, you know, productive, and something that's gonna be good for everybody. So at least for most people, because I know a lot of people will still be like, nah, forget them, we're not trying to be cool with no Eldians. But if that's the case, then hey, it is what it is. They might have to catch this, you know what I'm saying? They might have to catch this body. Because I feel Eren when he says, yo, if somebody's trying to take his freedom, bro, he's gonna take theirs before he takes his, before they take his, because at the end of the day, like, he's not going for that. I feel Eren really embodies like this whole, when you think of like the wings of freedom and like the scout symbol, Eren is like that embodiment to the T. Like, he is freedom for his people to the moon, bro. Like, that man Eren doesn't play. So I feel Eren, bro. If Attack on Titan wants to make Eren seem like the bad guy and he's like this evil dude, and his plan might be crazy. But honestly, bro, whatever Eren's trying to do, I'm for it. Whatever Eren's trying to do, bro, I am for it, bro. I don't care if he's trying to go out there and body all of them. I'm cool with that. If he's trying to gain power with the Eldians and just first kind of like try to reason with people first, and he's trying to do that first, and then if they don't reason with him, you know what I'm saying, I'm cool with that too. If I'm Eren and I'm an Eldian, bro, I'm not gonna go with this euthanization plan that Zeke has. Like, that's That's crazy to me. Even though people might think that, yo, what Eren's trying to do is wild and he's gonna kill all these people. Hey, it's either them or his people. So I can understand Eren's sentiment there. But yeah, crazy episode. Definitely looking forward to seeing the next one. I think the next episode is gonna be the one that, honestly, that I've been waiting for since like the end of season 3, because I think the end of season 3 is when we got like the information about Ymir and all that stuff. So I think this next episode is gonna be like the backstory and like the whole origin of like Ymir and the Titan powers, because it's called From You 2,000 years ago, and then the first episode was called the very first Attack on Titan episode was called To You in 2,000 years. So To You in 2,000 years, and then From You 2,000 years ago. So the first episode is kind of like a letter for somebody in the future, or it's a letter from somebody in the past right into the future, right? I don't know, because To You in 2,000 years. To You in 2,000 years is like a letter to the future, I think. But then From You 2,000 years ago, it's kind of like a letter from the past. I don't know. But it's interesting how that title kind of correlates with the first episode. So I think this next episode is going to be like where we get the whole breakdown of like Ymir's whole deal with the devil and the whole Titan power stuff. Like, that's what I've been waiting for, bro. Like the actual story, the actual origin of like these Titans, that's what I've been waiting for. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that one. I'm trying to see what Eren's plan is. I don't know what he's really planning right now, but whatever it is, like I said, whatever it is, hey, it is what it is. I'm down with it by any means, man. Young Malcolm X Eren. Young Malcolm X Yeager. He's really on that type of time right now. But yeah, this episode was dope, man. I'm definitely looking forward to the next one. And I'll probably review that one too if it's crazy like this one was. But yeah, do all that stuff in the description if y'all rock with the video. Catch you on the next. Stay healthy, stay powerful, stay blessed.
Harry Frog gon' hold me down. Don't take much to get me right. Every loss I ever took, I shook it off, got back to life. Every time we ever failed, we stood up and seen the light. Every time the plug was front and took too long, we tweaked the price. Every obstacle I faced just made me great.